Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us today for our Nexford Virtual Tour. We are just waiting a few more minutes for more people to join us, but for those who have already joined us so far, I would love to learn more about you. If you could just introduce yourself in the webinar chat, just let us know from where in the world you're joining us from today, as well as which Nexford program you're interested in applying to. Great to see some hellos and greetings already. Hi, Cherry Lou and Yemi. Hi, Astrid. You're interested in applying to an MSDA. Fantastic. That's one of our newer Master of Science degree programs at Nexford, data analytics. Who else here is interested in an MSDA? Yemi, you're from Nigeria. Fantastic. We have a lot of learners from Nigeria, as well as 110 countries around the world right now. Hello, Favor. Hi, Guyana. You're interested in pursuing an MBA with Nexford. Fantastic. Hello, Favor from Nigeria as well, and Claudette. Great to have you. Cherry Lou, you're in Estonia right now, and you're at the office. Well, I'm glad to see your dedication and still making the effort to join the virtual tour today. That's fantastic. Hi, Blessing from Nigeria. Alheri, or Aleri, and Fred from Rwanda. Wonderful. Has anybody here started their application yet? Okay, Aleri, you have. Fantastic. Have you submitted your application, or are you in the enrollment process? Hello, Imuleu from Nigeria, interested in a master's in digital transformation. Very great choice, also a popular one. All right, Fiona's in the enrolling process. I'm happy to even see you using that term. That means you are already well aware of the application and enrollment process and the difference between the two. I will be brushing up on that towards the end of the webinar today for any attendees today that have yet to start their application and enrollment process at Nexford. I hope you've all already gotten in touch with a Nexford application specialist to assist you with your enrollment at Nexford. Okay, Fred, you're looking for an MBA. Fantastic. Alaria, you've already paid for the first month. Wonderful. So you're fully enrolled, I believe. And Chidi Berry from Nigeria, interested in an MSc in supply chain. It's a great specialization choice. It's not always easy deciding on a specialization from the start. The great thing is that we do give the option for everybody to select a specialization towards the end of their program. So you have a lot of time to decide. You have time to change your mind if you like. But I love those that are definitely driven and they know what their vision is from the very beginning. And you've already selected a specialization, so that's fantastic. All right, Cherry Lou, you're finished as well. Paid for a month. MBA, here I come. All right. So are you starting on August 1st? Blessing, you're interested in an MBA, business management, yet to submit my form. All right. Okay. Hello, everyone. Hi, Blessing. Victor is enrolling for an MBA in August. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. That's great to see, guys. I think we've waited enough minutes for more people to join us. I can see we've got 20 attendees so far, so I think we can get started. So let me just start by introducing myself. My name is Mai, and I'm a senior Nexford application specialist. I have been with Nexford for 5 years now, and during that time, I've spoken with so many aspiring learners, such as yourselves, that want to learn more about the Nexford online learning experience. Perhaps you haven't had an online learning experience before. You're a little maybe anxious about how it's going to go and how you'll receive support, and whether studying online is sort of an isolating experience, or if it's actually an enriching and very great experience. And I'm here today to tell you more about that and how Nexford is quite different from other online programs around the world. You'll never feel alone at Nexford. There's a ton of support, there's a ton of services, a ton of benefits that learners get to experience throughout their learning experience or their program at Nexford, and I hope to cover as much of that as I can today. And the great thing is I'm co-hosting with a faculty member at Nexford, Dr. Michael Rodriguez. We also have a Nexford learner and graduate. We have Yusuf on the call, as well as Christian. So they're going to help us, talk about the learning experience as well today. And so I'll pass on the mic to them so they can introduce themselves also to everybody. So if we can start with Dr. Michael, if you could just introduce yourself, that would be great.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to our virtual tour. Again, I'm Dr. Michael Rodriguez. I'm one of the teaching faculty at Nexford University. I've been with the institution for more than 4 years, and it was a great experience to be speaking and having learning experience with learners around the globe. And I'm international. I am an international speaker, business entrepreneurship, and other in communication as well. And I have been one of the program chair or program director in one of the universities here in the Philippines in the past. And I'm so excited to discuss with you some of the best things that we have in our platform. And I hope that we see you in your enrollment and hear you in your learning experience during Nexford. Thanks.
Amazing. Thank you so much for introducing yourself, Dr. Michael. Very, very impressive. And I'd love to hear next from Christian. If you can also introduce yourself to everybody, let everybody know a little about yourself and which Nexford program you're studying at Nexford.
Hello. Good evening, everyone, or good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ebhoma Christian. An alumni. Did my MBA with Nexford University with specialization in artificial intelligence. I'm a business entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur in real estate. I'm also an innovator and a public speaker, author, artificial intelligence enthusiast. I'm very excited to be in your midst today. And also, I'm excited to be on the same stage with Dr. Michael Rodriguez, my lecturer. I'm so excited seeing you today, Dr. Michael. So let's get this done. I'm excited seeing every one of you. Thank you so much.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Christian. We're excited to have you as well and to definitely hear more about your learning experience with Nexford so far. All right. I'd love to hear next from Yusuf, if you could introduce yourself for everybody as well.
Yeah, thank you, May, for the opportunity to join this webinar tonight. Thank you, Dr. Michael, and thank you, Nexford University. My name is Yusuf Carel. I live at Indonesia. Basically, I'm an entrepreneur, a technopreneur. Specifically, I run my own company here right now in Indonesia. Our company basically is a tech company, so I have developed many of technological solution for our client. So for now, until now, our company already established for about 6 years, and we already serve about 100 clients all over Indonesia, and we complete almost 300 projects. So now I'm also an Nexford student here for administration business, specialized in artificial intelligence. And I'm excited to join this webinar because I want to share insight and also my learning journey experience to everyone already joined in this webinar. And I hope all of the information I gave it will become insight to attract all of you that want to become an expert student. And that's it from me. I think I already told about myself. Once again, good evening, good night, everyone. Thank you for joining, and thank you for the opportunity, May. Thank you very much, May.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Yusuf. All right. I'm very excited to be co-hosting this webinar with you guys today. I can see we have how many? We have 22 attendees so far, so I think we can get started also. For anybody who has just joined, you haven't missed much. Don't worry, we were just getting through some introductions, the lovely people co-hosting the webinar with me today. And I just want to let everybody know this webinar is being recorded, so you can watch the playback once it's uploaded on our YouTube channel very soon. And also a reminder that there is a Q&A segment or a Q&A box you can click on in your Zoom application, whether you're joining from your mobile phone or a laptop. Just look for the Q&A button, and that is where you can drop your questions so we can answer them at the end of the webinar. We should have around a 15-minute portion at the end of the webinar to take some questions live. Please feel free to drop questions for Dr. Michael or Christian or Yusuf, as well as myself, and it can be about anything related to the online learning experience. We'll do our best to answer all of your questions. We also have a Nexford application specialist in the background assisting with questions, so she'll be answering questions also in the background during the webinar. So this ensures that we get to all of the questions in case there are so many. There are some times where we run over the 15 minutes, up to 30 minutes, answering questions live. So please don't hesitate. We're happy to take your questions. Again, just I want to really reiterate that it's best you drop your questions in the Q&A segment, so that ensures we do not miss your questions. I know a lot of people love to drop their questions in the webinar chat. It seems easier, but amidst introductions or other notices, there's a chance we might miss them, and we wouldn't want that. So I would really appreciate for everybody to drop their questions in the Q&A box. And with that, let's get started. So I will start sharing my screen so everybody can see the online learning platform at Nexford. Okay, I would love with a show of hands if the attendees can just confirm they can see my screen right now. All right, Larry, I guess you can see my screen. That's good to see. Anybody else? Who else can see my screen? Claudette, fantastic. Chidi Berry. All right, favor, charity, blessing. Okay, thank you so much. I believe everyone can see my screen, so that means we can get started. I want to, of course, say that I am not a Nexford learner. However, this is a demo account, but it is how the Nexford online platform is going to look like to everybody. So once you get enrolled at Nexford, you receive access to the online platform to study your program. The platform that we use at Nexford is called Canvas. And if you haven't used it before, it is super user-friendly. I'm happy to go through some of the features today so you can learn more about it. As you can see, this is how the dashboard looks like once you get enrolled at Nexford. This is the online platform and the main dashboard, the homepage. You need to get fully enrolled at Nexford, meaning you need to submit your application, receive a successful application decision, hopefully, and then move on to the enrollment stage and pay at least the first month of your program tuition and choose a start date to get fully enrolled at Nexford. So you finish that whole process, and then you shall receive access to the online platform until you can start your program at the start of the next month or the following month, because our programs start at the beginning of each month. And this also applies to the mobile application. So we have a mobile application at Nexford called Canvas Student. Anybody's welcome to download it today if they like, but it's important to note that you're not going to be able to receive access yet to your courses until you get enrolled at Nexford. So the same thing applies, right? You have to get enrolled first in order to be able to check your online platform. So feel free to download Canvas Student. You can search for Nexford University, but you cannot access your courses yet. The great thing about the mobile application is that you can study on the go. You can access your courses once you're enrolled. You can access your courses. You can check your grades. You can check messages or send messages to fellow students or other professors. You can even do some assignments, but it is required you have a PC or a laptop to do your assignments at Nexford, especially for some of the assignments, it's required to have a laptop. It's not easy to do it on a mobile phone. And then if you're studying a degree program at Nexford, we do have proctored assessments, and those are just at the start, middle, and at the end of your degree program at Nexford. So there's only 2 to 3, depending on the degree program that you're studying, or rather 3 to 4, whether it's a master's program or a degree program, or a or a bachelor's degree program. All right. So reminder, guys, if anyone has questions about anything I've covered so far, please feel free to drop them in. If anything is unclear, I'm happy to clarify. And this is why we're doing this virtual tour today. So back to the learning management system at Nexford, which is called Canvas. Like I said, you need a PC or a laptop to be doing your studying. And this is where you're going to access everything. So studying at Nexford is, of course, 100% online. It's flexible. There's a flexible pace structure that you follow when you're studying at Nexford, which means that it's flexible in that you can study faster or slower, or you can complete your courses faster or slower, as long as you meet the deadlines for your assignments. So there are going to be deadlines that you're going to be well aware of from the beginning of your program, and that is through completing the NXU Orientation. So NXU stands for Nexford University, and the orientation course is a short course that you're required to complete once you're enrolled at Nexford and before you start your official Nexford program. So let's jump into the NXU Orientation. It is like your welcome package. It tells you everything you need to know to get started and to know how to navigate through the online platform. So you're going to learn more about the university policies. You're going to learn all about grading, how to receive support, and so much more. So let's just jump to the module section so everybody can have a better idea. All right, so we're going to jump to the module 1 and introduction part of that. You'll see right from the beginning, you get a welcome video from our founder and our CEO, Fadl Tarzi, where he tells everybody a bit more about Nexford and Nexford University's mission and how we got started. So I'd love to play this for everybody just for a few seconds.
It's been said that the future is a convenient place for dreams, so why not dream big? I've always known education changes lives, but I first realized its impact over a decade ago. On my entrepreneurial journey, I saw a gap between the skills of college graduates and the needs of employers. With my own startups, I struggled to find people with the right competencies. For example, I couldn't find a software engineer with effective communication skills. I couldn't find the creative designers who could plan. I thought to myself, is this why unemployment stats of college graduates grab so many media headlines? And it's not a graduate's fault. Burdened by heavy debt, cohorts of learners walk away from university unprepared for the workplace. That's why I set out to create a university for you, one that I'm convinced has the potential to positively impact lives as well as millions worldwide. I'm Fadl Al-Tarzi, and I can proudly say that I'm the founder and CEO of Nexford University.
All right, guys, that is just a sneak peek. Hopefully you can watch the video in its entirety once you get enrolled at Nexford. And I do want to say that this video right here is a small example of the different and dynamic elements through which you're going to be doing your studying at Nexford. So it's not just going to be a lot of text. You're going to find videos like these. You'll find embedded audio clips, links to YouTube videos, to outside resources. So each course is organized into modules, and I'll show you guys that a little later on. But you'll find that each module is aligned with specific learning outcomes. And the studying you're going to be doing is going to be through a mix of videos, like I mentioned, downloadable resources, interactive exercises to keep learning experiences fresh and dynamic. So we don't want our learners falling asleep. There's always something to keep you engaged, and it'll help you get ready for practical and real world assignments that build your skills and your portfolio. And videos like this have a link for a written transcript that you can download, which will be super useful for the modules and the courses that you're studying at Nexford. And right from the beginning, we recommend everybody to join our WhatsApp study groups. It's great to have a study buddy from the beginning of your program. And since we have learners from more than 110 countries around the world right now, you're going to find WhatsApp groups that are country specific, program specific, or intake specific. And if you do not find a WhatsApp group that suits you, you can always start your own WhatsApp group and share it with our learner success team, and they will share it with other learners to join. So I will explain who our learner success team are very shortly. We also have peer mentoring, so you can connect with peer mentors who are current Nexford learners that are, that have chosen to make you feel welcome at Nexford and help you get settled in the new learning environment. So if you're interested in becoming a peer mentor or getting connected with peer mentors, this is something also our success team can assist you with. And since we are in the introduction part of, the first module here of the orientation course, you're going to get acquainted with the Nexford community, our discussion forums. There is a discussion forum in every single Nexford course for the orientation. You're getting a prompt here to just introduce yourself to the community. You can write as much as you like. You can share your LinkedIn profile if you like. You can share photos, previous experiences, whether educational or a work background. And normally it'll be posted at the bottom here because, again, this is a demo account and I'm not an Nexford learner, so you're not seeing any at the bottom here. But normally you can see other learners posting in the orientation for the cohort that you're joining. You can comment on their posts. You can react to them and already get acquainted with the Nexford community before you even start your Nexford program. And then as you keep going through the orientation, you'll learn more about how you can navigate through the Nexford learning environment, which, like I said, is called Canvas, how you can receive support, how there are different knowledge bases. You can be able to check the Nexford University knowledge base. There's a Learner Success Resource Center, and then all the university policies. So you're going to learn everything A to Z about the learning experience and the university once you get started. And then here is where we talk about some of the support that you can receive. So of course, through the dashboard, like I'm doing today, I'm accessing every area to tell you more about it. We'll do this today together. And then also how you can access the courses. So you get this demo already in the orientation. So today is just really a sneak peek or a sample of how this orientation course is going to be like. Then you have control of all of your settings and your notifications. And then in regards to receiving help, I mentioned Learner Success Team. So they are comprised of success advisors that are posted all around the world, which allows you 24/7 access to contact them, whether it's sending them a message on WhatsApp or, scheduling a call with them or sending them an email. Success advisors are there to help you succeed. They will often reach out to you before you even think of reaching out to them. And that is because they track your progress. They can tell if perhaps it looks like you're struggling or you're falling behind in your course. They're always going to be checking in with you. And if you need any assistance with the online platform or your studying experience or reaching out to your professor or so on, you can always reach out to a success advisor. Other options, of course, are checking the different knowledge bases or frequently asked questions or, getting in touch with a peer mentor. Or if it's a technical difficulty, you can always reach out to our tech or our IT support team. So there's a ton of support. So this is just a sneak peek of the orientation, and hopefully you can complete it and learn all about the grading system and so much more once you're enrolled at Nexford. So if anybody has questions about the NXU orientation, please feel free to drop your questions in the Q&A, like I mentioned, and let's go back to the dashboard here. And really, the orientation course can be completed in as little as 30 minutes. You're not being graded for this. It's just to get you oriented with the online platform and all of our policies. All right. And as you can see, I do want to show you in regards to the modules, it only has 4 modules and a closing. So it's quite short in comparison to any standard Nexford course, such as Roadmap to Success, where you're going to find in the module section, it's a little different. We also have more table of contents here, and you should be able to find 6 modules. There you go, module 1 through 6, as well as a final project. Yeah, module 6, there we go, and then a final project. Right, so if ever you're enrolled in a course and you want to find out who is the professor teaching this course before you even start the course, maybe you're due to start at the beginning of the next month, just go to the people section here. and check who else is enrolled in this course with you. And like I mentioned, it's a demo account, so I'm not seeing except myself here, but you should find a list of people enrolled in the course with you. Everybody has a profile, something you can control in your account area here. And under the column of role, you can check whether it's a student or a teacher. So if you find teacher, then that is the teacher that is teaching this course, and you can even get connected with them before they get started. So we do have on the call today Dr. Michael, who is a faculty member and teaching this course, Roadmap to Success, which is one of the early on BBA courses. I would love for you to take the mic here, Dr. Michael, and you could tell everybody a bit more about this course and more about the learning experience from a professor point of view.
Yep, thank you so much, Mai. Hi, everyone. Mai, do I have the control now on the course? Yeah, I can see it. All right. Again, thank you so much, everyone, for joining our virtual tour today. So Mai was able to show you how the module looks like, what are the basic things that you need to know on our learning platform. So basically, I would be focusing on how faculty would be grading your assignments, what are the expectations, and how you could also reach out to your professors. And we mentioned that here in Nexford, you would never feel alone because you are fully supported by our team, from the admissions to the success team and to the faculty team. There are different platforms for you to reach us. So primarily, for you to reach out to your professors, you could use this inbox section. If you would see here on the left menu of Canvas, you would see here inbox. So you just need to click that one, and you should be able to search for the name of your professors or name of your co-learner, for instance. So searching the name of your professors, and then you should be able to send them the message. And all of you would also be provided an access to an Office 365 together with the Microsoft Teams. So some professors would also accept messages through Microsoft Teams if you would wish to also have an immediate response on your inquiry. So it would mean that it would take like 24 hours for your professors to definitely reply or respond to your inquiries, and except for weekends, of course, but sometimes we manage to log in during the weekend, so we could cater on some urgent inquiries as well. So that's how you should be able to reach out to your professors. And then you would see here our modules. And I think Mai was able to show you how this one would look like. And each course would have 6 modules, which would run in 8 weeks. And for each module, you would be given like normally one assignment or one graded assignment. And these assignments would be due every 7 days. That's after your first module to be due by the 10th of the month. So your module 1 assignment would automatically be due on the 10th of the month, and that would also show your activity in your participation in the course. And after that module 1 on the 10th, each assignment on the succeeding modules would be due 7 days after. Yes, this would be a self-paced because you could study on your module contents anytime that you would like, even in your most convenient time, let's say in coffee shop or anywhere you want. I actually experienced before, doing my work and grading assignments while I was on the dog salon with my lovely pooch. And while they are having grooming sessions, I actually do like teaching and grading as well. So that's the beauty of this online learning environment, that we are able to be productive, and we could learn anytime or in our pace as well. But of course, we would be needing to also navigate through the due date. So once you look at your assignments here, you would see all of the assignments that you would need to complete and their responding deadlines. So since this is a roadmap to success, practically there are more activities and assignments as compared to other courses that you would have in your degree or in your program. But normally And other courses, let's say the core courses, the elective courses, you would have 6 graded assignments, 1 assignment per each module. So that's going to be 3 assignment, 2 project milestone, and 1 final project. So that's going to be a total of 6. And each assignment is built upon your final requirement. So you would see here your deadlines. And of course, if you wish to finish the course earlier than 8 weeks, you may do so. As again, this is a self-paced learning. You should be able to submit your assignments in advance once the course commenced. When I say once the course commenced, if you enrolled in August, for example, so your course would commence on the 1st of August. And some of you may already have preview access right now if you already did your enrollment. But the preview access would not give you access to the submission portal, but you would still, you should be able to have the full access by the 1st of the month. And you could submit your assignments in advance so that you would be able to finish the course earlier than the 8 weeks. And if you would be accessing your assignment, for instance, this module 1, A1 assignment, let's say you already submitted, so you would see here, if you are able to submit here on our bottom right corner, you would see an option where you could submit an assignment. And once you open this as well, you would see the rubric for grading, how your assignment was graded, and the feedback of the professors. Professors would give you detailed feedback. Some professors would also opt to provide specific feedback per grade on the content or media skills or any part of the rubric criterion. And then professors would also leave the summary feedback at the bottom of the rubric on your submission portal. And you would see here as well in your part the grades, like how are you doing so far in your course. You would see here, let's say the assignments are 10% each, all of the milestones assignment are 15%, and the final project is 40%. That's the normal courses grading percentages on your in any program, let's say in your BBA program or in your MBA or in digital transformation. And here you have your Learn library. I think I was able to, here. So this is your Learn library. So if you would be needing to look for various resources while you are doing your assignment, you will have unlimited access to this. You should be able to see relevant journals, relevant resource materials, which would be very useful on your learning here at Nexford. All right. And again, as I have mentioned earlier, if you would be having any queries for your professors, you should be able to message them through your inbox. And at the same time, here on your professor's course, you would see your professor's information normally underneath. And you should be able to see as well the link on their personal calendar. So if you wish to book a one-on-one session with them for 15 minutes, you could click on the calendar link and you would see the available slots that you could book for you to speak with your professors. And lastly here, please do not forget to enjoy. Our modules are designed to be highly interactive and competency-based. So we do not only stick with theories or normal discussions, but we also immerse our learners to different real-world examples and other materials which would bring you to learning different competencies in a fast-paced global environment. And with that, thank you so much, everyone, for your attention.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Dr. Michael. I hope that was insightful for everybody. If you have any questions, like Dr. Michael said, about any area that was covered, please don't hesitate to drop your questions in the Q&A area. That would be amazing. And I would love to ask some questions here for the lovely learners with us on the call today. So I'll just stop sharing my screen here. All right, so maybe Yusuf, if you could let everybody know just a bit about your studying style with Nexford and how do you manage your study schedule around your life?
Yeah, absolutely. My studying style with Nexford is quite structured, but yet it is also flexible. So I need to balance between my academic commitment, also with my personal and professional life. And I have some breakdown on how I manage my learning journey at Nexford. First of all, I need to schedule the study block. I usually set aside about 1 until 2 hours every evening after my work as a professional, and I usually have a longer session on a weekend. And I need to make a prioritization. I think I need to make a plan. I need to make a prioritization. I usually at the beginning of the week I review all of the syllabus and the upcoming assignment to prioritize my tests, and I make a to-do list. And also this planning is basically by having a planning help me to stay on the track and avoid the last minute cramming, because every assignment have a constraint for the submission time. And as Dr. Michael already said, Nexford have digital resources. I usually utilize the technology, the digital resources like Learn Library, and also we can connect to the LinkedIn Learning. So it is very helpful for me to leverage and also elaborate all the course that I already learned from the each course I learned in the next part. And I need to stay active. So to stay engaged with the course, each of course I take in next part, I need to manage the technique, and I think the active learning is very important for me. And the last but not least, yeah, I'm also a father, I'm also an entrepreneur. I have my personal and professional life, but the knowledge I gain from Nexport is very useful uh, in our daily life. I can tell you about that because I can apply each of the course I take in Nexport is very useful to integrate with my daily life as a person and as a professional. So I think that's it, May. What I can share about my studying style in Nexport.
Incredible. Thank you so much for sharing, Yusuf. And yeah, just I think I'd like to add to that for everybody that really, as mentioned, or highlighted by both Yusuf as well as Dr. Michael, we do practice a flexible pace structure at Nexford. So what that means is that you can log in any time of the day, any time of the week to do your studying. So that allows you a flexibility, right, around your life, whether you have a responsibility with family or your job, or perhaps you're studying another program, or you're doing anything else around your life. This allows you to really have control of your schedule while keeping in mind the deadlines that do exist, right? So there are deadlines for the assignments, and there are, assessment also deadlines. Assessments are usually done every week. You're going to be very well aware of those deadlines. So I know the word deadline can sound a little scary when you hear that, and you might be thinking, oh no, there are going to be too many. Am I going to be able to meet that? But honestly, if you're able to allocate anywhere between 15 to 20 hours per week at your most convenient time, and you ensure that you're meeting these deadlines, it's more than enough time. Every course at Nexford is designed to take you 8 weeks to complete. So you're allowed 2 whole months to complete every single course at Nexford. And honestly, that is more than enough time. That's if you're going at a regular pace, right? So most learners are able to take more than one course at the same time, should their grades be higher. So it depends on your grades too. You need to be able to prove that you're able to take more than one course at the same time through your GPA. It means you're succeeding, right? If you're having low scores, then the likelihood of you being able to balance several courses at the same time and maintain a higher grade is going to be difficult, right? So the higher your grades are, the more number of courses will allow you to take at the same time, which will allow you to complete your Nexford program faster. You can take up to 3 courses each term. A term at Nexford we consider to be 2 months. And then you can finish, within every course within a month or two, or so on, keeping in mind every course starts at the beginning of each month. So if this is unclear, feel free to ask more questions about it. You can always reach out to our team on WhatsApp or send us an email or schedule a call with a Nexford application specialist even after this webinar today to understand more about pacing and how that works. And the faster you finish your program at Nexford, the less you would pay in total, because you only pay for the number of months you spend studying at Nexford, right? So, and you're never but we have a max tuition also, what do you call it? A max tuition that we are practicing right now at Nexford, which means that you are not ever going to pay more than the maximum tuition of the average duration of the program that you are studying. So even if you take a little bit longer, you're never going to pay more than a certain amount depending on the program. Again, any specific details about this, do not hesitate to reach out to our team to ask us more information. And I encourage everybody to drop their questions. We're nearing, we've passed half the webinar time right now, so it's a great time to drop your questions so we can start taking them towards the end. All right. And speaking of, studying at Nexford and meeting those deadlines, I'd love to ask Christian, since I know you've already graduated from Nexford, if you could tell everyone some notable things you remember about assessments and assignment submissions, and also even professor feedback.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mai. For me, what stand out for me was the fact that I use my business all throughout. Most of the time when they ask us to select a business and work on, I use my business. My business became the laboratory through which I practicalized everything we're taught through the canvas. I remember one of those sessions where I had to develop business plan from the beginning to the end. I think that was bus 6120. It was highly voluminous, but at the end of the day, it was rewarding because after that particular assignment, I sent it to my team, in the office, and I said, "Behold the business plan." They were like, "Wow, this is awesome." And they said, "Who did I give to? Who did it?" I said, "I did it. This is my project in MBA, Nexford." By that singular act, I have one of my colleagues now that is also planning to enroll because he saw what I did. He saw that Nexford University is no joke. It's a place where you are taught practically, and you are not. It's not academic. Whatever you are doing is hands-on. You implement it immediately in whether your business or in your work, as it were. Then I also remember ACC 6050. Before I enrolled, I had a mentor who introduced me to this program. And when she told me about accounting, I was scared because I never had accounting background. And that alone made me a bit scared. And I was like, how do I had this science background. I can't imagine myself having to do debit, credit, and all of those stuff. And she told me, said, "No, you will do well. Don't worry. Don't disturb yourself." You know, and that encouraged me. And so when we started that accounting, the first thing that caught my attention was the way the lecture was arranged. Even if you're a novice and you come on the next word, methodologically, the whole stuff is arranged like as if a novice is being taught. There is no way you will not get it. And of course, I was very active in my study group too. So areas where I was hooked, I run to my study group, and they also provide insight and also provide explanations. Then professors' feedback has been wonderful, awesome. If you are writing any assignment and you are hooked, you can easily, they are very accessible. You can easily reach out to any of the professors and they will give you insight. And of course, when you are graded too, they don't just grade you, they explain, they provide you comments behind the grading. So you're able to know where you miss it and you compare it to the rubric. So like I was talking about Dr. Michael Rodriguez, his comments have been very useful. And, so these are some of those things that caught it for me. And more reason why I've been around, inviting people to come and enjoy what I'm enjoying, what I've enjoyed. And I'm still enjoying because I'm still within the system as an ambassador, as an advocate, and as a mentor. Thank you so much.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Christian. Thank you so much for sharing. Let's, I can see that we are nearing towards the end of the webinar, which means we have just a couple more items to go through before we start taking questions live. So let me start sharing my screen again here. All right, so I want to talk next just about some of the basic features again of the online platform here on Canvas. So you'll see this left side navigation pane that follows you no matter where you go in the online platform. If you click on courses, it's just going to show you an overview of the courses that you're currently enrolled in. History will just take you back to the recent pages that you access. This is useful if you're studying and you want to, navigate through the different courses and areas quickly. But I want to show you Inbox, which is one of the easiest ways you can communicate with any Nexford learner. So let's go through that. So you do receive announcements from faculty or other learners straight to your inbox here, which you would receive also on your mobile phone should you have the application. And I want to show you how easy it is to compose a new message to send to anybody in the global learner community. So select the course that you're enrolled in, for example, Roadmap to Success. And do you want to speak with a teacher or a student? Let's say you want to speak with a student. Again, it's a demo account, so I'm not having the option of all the students that are currently enrolled in the course with me or the teacher as well. But let's say you select the student to speak to, put in your subject and your message and send. And it is that easy to compose and send a message to anybody. That is one of the many ways. And then I want to show you the calendar also. So depending on the courses that you're enrolled in, you get items automatically added to your calendar, reminders, for modules, for assignments, and so on. And this ensures you never miss out on those important deadlines. You'll see that they are color-coded. You can play around with the calendar here, just filter the view if you're trying to get organized. These are colors that, you can control from the main dashboard here. You'll see these 3 dots for every course. You can select a different color. If this helps you get organized, some fun features are like doing a color overlay and so on. You're going to learn how to use this and how to access all of this through the orientation once you've completed that. So these are just some fun things you can play around with. I want to mention my NXU at the bottom here as well and what that's all about. So my NXU is really your personal command center at Nexford. So that's where your journey begins. You can get connected to everything you need to succeed through that. I'm not able to access it because it's a demo account, but wanted to let you know that your entire learning path will be visible to you in that program area. In my NXU, you can view your program progress and your scores. You can access the online courses. You'll tap any course to explore, in-depth details, what you're going to learn, what skills you're going to gain, and access, your next adventure. And then there's my NXU wallet, which will keep you, you'll be able to track the different payments and, you can add, cash in your NXU wallet. You can, it keeps you aligned also with your next tuition payment and the deadline for that every month. So it's really your personal command center, like I said, and it's one of the greatest features also in the online platform. So having said all that, I know I spoke a bit about, sending an inbox message and getting connected with anybody such as faculty members or other learners. So I do want to, ask a question here, maybe to Yusuf, if you can just let everybody know, how have you found the Success Team support during your learning journey? And have you been able to reach out to fellow learners for help sometimes?
Yeah, I do. The support from the success team at Nexford University since I enrolled the program has been an invaluable for me, because I do have some problem with my first experience when I get sick during the pandemic condition, and I have been the support team from the success team from the NXU try to reach me out and help me a lot about how I can manage my time, because the condition is not good at the time for me. But with the help from the success team at NXU, they have proactive communication. The success team frequently check in to ensure that I'm on the track with my study, and to see if I need an assistant, because they're very proactive approach. So it makes me feel support and motivated. So I thank for the success team at NXU. I think it very, once again, I need to tell that it's very invaluable during my learning journey with the support from the success team. And I also have many insight from them how to personalize my time during my learning journey, how to manage time. In one session, the success team help me to, they give me a tips and trick to how to manage time. I forgot the name, but it's very helpful for me. So I have the time management, how I can manage for both my learning journey, my schedule, and also my personal life and my professional life. And last but not least, they are not also concerned about the learning journey in terms of technical, but they also encourage me and they motivate me, because I already told that I have some difficult condition when I enroll the program with my condition is not good at the condition, the COVID condition, but they encourage, then they motivate me. The success team not only provide the practical assistance, but also offer encouragement and motivation. So the positive reinforcement has been crucial in keeping me stay motivated, especially during the talk time. So I also connected with other learner from Indonesia. NXU community have a WhatsApp group also. I gain many tips and trick and also insight from them. And yeah, I think maybe in 2 years ago, 2 years ago, I my learning peers also from Indonesia, she's helping a lot to give me some insight and practical experience how to I manage my time, how I should prioritize my tasks, especially my assignment, and how to reach out if I need help. I think that's the parts of the story for me as a Nextbot learner, May. So in conclusion, the support success team is very helpful. They're not only concerned about the practical assistance, but the encouragement and motivation is meaning a lot for me to help me overcome the difficult condition.
Fantastic. No, I'm glad to hear that. It sounds like it's been, overall a very positive experience. I do hope it's the same for Christian as well. If you can maybe chime in here and let everyone know, if you've had this similar experience, and also have you had a chance to make any friends with Nexford learners around the globe, or have you had any networking opportunities through our different, career services as well as the, global learner community?
Yeah, thank you so much, Mai. For me, I see the success team as customer centric. They are very professional. The way they attended to us when I was there. very profoundly when I was running the Rosalie test for the very first one. I think that was about 60, 70. I had a technical glitch and I was completely confused. I do not know what to do again. I still remember vividly. I quickly put a message across to the success team, and they told me not to be worried, that they will fix it and they will send an email. And they also told me to also do same, which I did. And in a few minutes, I discovered that it was fixed and I was able to complete that particular Rosalind exam. And beyond that, the scorecard they send per time has always been very useful. They send me scorecard, this is how you are feeling, this is how you are doing. You can improve on this area. Do you have any problem? Is there ways we can help you? You know, and sometimes I'll be like, these guys, you are too caring. So they are always on your neck. If your grade is dropping, success team will contact you. They know. Once your grade is dropping, they contact you. Christian, is there anything the problem? We can see that there's a drop in your grade. Do you need any help? Do you need a one-on-one section with any of your lecturer? And for me, it shows that these guys are really interested in our success. So I saw them as customer centric, and I saw them as very professional. I saw them as our right hand personnel in the journey. Then on whether I've made friends, I've made a lot of friends, and that was one of my targets when I was coming to the program, to increase my network, build a vibrant network. So today I have friends in Philippines, I have friends in Kenya, I have a lot of friends in Uganda, Zimbabwe, Kenya, and of course in my country, I have a lot of friends in Nigeria. And not only friends, I have been able to build business partners, people who today we are running businesses together, people who are patronizing me today in my real estate business. And this can only be possible through the platform. So for me, the MBA program is a whole potpourri of several opportunities, vistas of opportunities. And that's why I tell people, if you are not in this program, you are wrong. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Christian. Right. I'm very glad to hear about that, learning experience that you've had, and you're completely right about the success team. I couldn't agree more. I could see here we're nearing towards the end, so I think I just want to run over quickly some last items in the online platform that I think is very useful for everybody to know about also, and it's more around the different benefits you get as a Nexford learner and the career services. All right. So here, as I'm sharing my screen again, you're going to see on the left side navigation pane here, a link to the library, which I know Dr. Michael already spoke about today. I just want to say that this robust library contains over 60 million resources that you can utilize while you're studying at Nexford. It's a great research tool. Like you mentioned, also it has databases, it has encyclopedias, articles, publications. They're all accessible anytime, anywhere for no additional cost while you're studying at Nexford. So that is the NXU library. And then you'll find a link also to LinkedIn Learning. So if you haven't heard of LinkedIn Learning, it's connected to LinkedIn. And as a Nexford learner, you get also unlimited access to over 16,000 LinkedIn Learning courses and videos. So let me showcase that for you as well here. So as you can see, they cover so many different topics. They don't have to be related to the Nexford course that you're studying. Normally, you need a subscription, a paid subscription, to be able to access LinkedIn Learning, but this is included in your tuition already at Nexford. You can study any course, and if you want it to be more related to the course or the module that you're studying currently at Nexford, you will see that there are LinkedIn Learning courses that are already embedded within your program at Nexford. So that way, you're gaining relevant skills, through another platform also, and everybody receives a certificate of completion once they're done with their LinkedIn Learning course, which is a great thing to add to your CV or your resume at Nexford. And then another type of support you receive is the writing lab. So you'll find this in your dashboard. It's always there. It's not a course that you complete and then it, disappears from your dashboard. You'll always have access to the writing lab. So we know that not every learner is a natural writer. And for the types of assignments you're going to be required to do at Nexford, there may be different formatting that you're not accustomed to. So this is going to help improve your academic writing. And you can just go to the module section here to see how exactly it's going to help you elevate your writing. You can access expert guidance. You can master the latest techniques for ethical AI use in research and content creation, and to ensure that your assignments really shine. You'll see some of these are articles, some of them are videos that can really help you with your writing. And again, success advisors are always there to assist you further. So these are just many other benefits you get as an Nexford learner. You can learn more about it on our website at nexford.edu/career. So one of those ways, like I mentioned, is LinkedIn Learning. If you are based in Africa, you also get access to IBM Digital Nation Africa, or DNA for short. And these are for more, web, programming or tech or AI or cybersecurity related courses, if that is your area of interest. And then we have Forage. So anyone can check that out also on the forage.com/simulations. So Forage is already a free resource where you can get virtual work experience, but at real companies like JP Morgan and Accenture. It complements the learning that you're doing at Nexford. You can apply the skills that you learn, and you can choose to share your task submissions with recruiters, which can actually lead to interview opportunities for internships. So that's really worth checking out as well. And you'll find that we also drop suggestions for you for job simulation, programs that you can take from Forage within your Nexford program as well. So if anyone has any questions about these different services, let me know. I just wanted to cover that to let everybody know more about that as well. And I think we are ready to start taking some questions. But before we do, I'd love to hear one last time also from Yusuf and Christian. Yusuf, if you've got any, if you could let everybody just know what were some of your favorite parts and some of your challenges during your Nexford program, and if you've got any final advice for current and aspiring learners.
My learning journey with Nexford has been a transformative and enriching experience, filled with both memorable highlight and valuable lesson learned I got from overcoming challenge. And I already thought that I have to overcome the difficult condition before, but I think I have 5 points for my favorite part on become a Nexford student. First is an innovative curriculum. So it's one of my favorite aspects because the curriculum has been the innovative and comprehensive, I think, and I can apply it as in my professional life. So this which is has kept me engaged and excited about learning in export. And of course, the expert instructors also is become my favorite part to become one of Nexford student. Dr. Michael is one of my lecturer, uh, very expertise, and have the patient teaching with evidence and very proactive when I have some difficulty during my assignment, or if I need to discuss and collaborate, elaborate about my lesson learned in my course. And the third is flexible learning environment. The flexibility of NXU online platform has allowed me to learn at my own pace and schedule, and it's very crucial for me to balancing my study with my personal and my professional commitment, man. And how to how I overcame the difficulty, I think first of all we need to good time management. We need to balancing the study time with work and personal life, and we need to make some prioritization, as I already told before, and we need to adapt to the online learning, because online learning and offline learning is totally different journey. So sometimes we are trapped in the procrastination, I think. We I already have experience. I do some procrastination in my tasks, in how I learn. So I need to prioritize my time. I already told you before that I need to set aside my time 1 until 2 hour after working time, and the weekend I need to prioritize maybe a long 3 until 4 hour for my learning time. And I need to also discuss with my family also. My family also have it become my responsibility to my family. Then I need to tell them, I need to told them that this is very important for me. And last but not least is to staying motivated. Maintaining the motivation over a prolonged period can be challenging. So we can set the small and achievable goal, and we need to celebrate the milestone, because when I get the grade from the professor, I'm very happy. I didn't see the score, but the comment and their advice is very valuable for me. So I think overall, for my journey with Nexford has been incredibly fulfilling. The combination of a robust academic framework, the practical learning opportunity, and the strong support system has made it truly enriching my learning experience, man. Despite the challenge, of course, everybody has the challenge. The knowledge and skill I've gained, along with the connection I made, have been well worth the effort to become the next sport student. I think that's all I can talk about experience to become next sport student.
That's great. That's some really great advice. I hope some people took some notes. I really think those are very important things to keep in mind, when everybody's starting their Nexford journey and also throughout. I'd love to hear also some insights, some valuable insights also from Chris. If you have any final advice for current and aspiring learners, and if you can maybe also mention how you believe your Nexford program has changed your life so far. Christian, are you able to hear me?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. How Nexford University has changed my life. The program has turned my life around. Like I said earlier on, one of the reasons why I get registered in the first place was because of my business. I needed to build an enduring network for my business. So, and I maximized the opportunity. You know, we have WhatsApp groups where we can share ideas and also network, synergize, build collaborations. And from day one, I maximized it. And that's what university also gave people, learners, the opportunity to become a peer mentor, which is a voluntary service. And I did. I became a peer mentor. And it also gave me the opportunity to meet with a lot of learners. And over time, because of my engagement with learners, it helped me to build that business synergy. Today, many of the learners patronize my real estate business. I've closed some deals, still closing some, which was as a result of this platform. I also had a very big speaking engagement last week. I was invited to speak to an association of resident doctors, and that invite came from a learner in Nexford University. So for me, the opportunities are endless. I got an invite from somebody from Kenya also, and it's something I'm still looking at. So for me, it has changed my business. And today, because of the exposure, I tell people the curriculum, current curriculum, it's hard to see schools that are using materials, 2023 materials, 2024 current materials, the current links. It's not outdated. It's not the one that was used 50 years ago that are dated. So many of the insights are current ones, are those ones that one can relate with. And via automation, I've been able to gather all of these things and implement them directly. Like automation, my operation in the office has been completely overhauled, everything automated. And also, thanks to some of those knowledge and exposure that I have been able to gather while running the program. Then my advice to the current learners, those who are still in the system, remain focused, and continue to strive, continue to move. Every step is a step. Don't despise the days of little steps. Keep moving. Sometimes you get tired. That is the truth. Sometimes you are weak. Sometimes you don't feel like carrying it. Just continue to move. Continue to move forward. Celebrate every win, like Yusuf said. Every win is a plus. When you have an A, celebrate it. Share. And when you share, actually, it also encourages other learners. There are learners who don't believe they can do it, but when they see you share that you had an A in OPM, you had an A in 614, Dr. Rodriguez's course. It will motivate them, it will encourage them that, okay, if this person can do it, we also can do it. Now, for those prospective learners that want to join us and you are still thinking, will it be worth it? Please do that immediately. I can guarantee you it is 100% worth it. I tell people one of the greatest decisions I took in 20 years of my life after I completed, about 20 years after I completed my first degree, was running my MBA with Nexford University. It was very profoundly one of the greatest decisions I've taken in my entire life. So I want to encourage those who are still there, please start. Now, remember, what you don't start doesn't grow. So until you start and you keep moving, you will not make any movement. You will not make any progress. So don't allow money to stop you. Don't allow engagement. Create that time. And funny enough, the program is very flexible. They design it in such a way that it is extremely flexible. Whether you are doing 9-to-5 job, whether you have your own business, whether you are the type that travel around all over the world, the program is very flexible. So I want to use the opportunity to invite every one of you. After this session, register, come on board. If I will also be readily available to still guide you, and I'm ready to be a mentor to so many of you, so that if I can succeed, nothing stops you from succeeding. I had all distinctions in my program. I had 4 distinctions in my foundation, then 12 distinctions in my core MBA. And it is doable. If I can do it, you can do it. So welcome on board. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Christian. Yes, I couldn't agree more. I do hope everybody on the call with us today will be enrolling for the next intake. I do want to check with everybody before we start taking questions if everybody knows when the enrollment deadline is to join the August 1st intake. I know some of you have already applied, you've already enrolled. I'd love to see your eagerness and see if you've already understood the application and enrollment process and if you're aware of the enrollment deadline. What I mean by that is the date on which you need to make sure you complete your application and enrollment in order to join our next intake. If If anyone can jump on chat, feel free to drop the date if you know what date that is, if you wish to join our August 1st intake. Anybody want to take a guess in the webinar chat? I'd love to hear from you. Anybody know when the enrollment deadline is for the next intake? Any guesses? All right, I see some guesses here. Yetunde on the Q&A said 28th of July. Mushood Jabril says July 31st. Blessing, July 28th. Anybody else? July 31. Okay, I see that's 2 against 2. And then we've got 3 on July 28th, July 27. All right, so these are different dates. Any final guesses, guys? And I'll let everybody know when the enrollment deadline is. I see Joshua saying July 29. Okay, we're getting very varied dates right now. So let me tell everybody the correct answer is the 28th. So that is the enrollment deadline of each month should you wish to join the upcoming intake. That's the date to remember. We do not provide exceptions for it. So you need to make sure by the end of the 28th, you've completed both your application and enrollment process in order to join the upcoming intake. If you get enrolled on the 29th of July, then the soonest intake you can join is September 1. July 31st, David, that might be a date for you and Mashood that you remember because of scholarship deadline. So we do provide, tuition reduction offers, and should you be eligible, by our scholarship board, once they review your application, should you be eligible for a scholarship offer, then you have until the 31st to benefit from that. So that's the date to remember for scholarship offers. But enrollment deadline, same thing applies. It should be the 28th. All right. I see James Chidiberi, you're asking about the enrollment deadline. So I'll shortly drop some more information about the application and enrollment process. But before that, I'm glad to see everybody, join in on guessing the enrollment deadline. And with that, let's start taking questions. I know we've got like more than 20 questions answered already, Q&A in the background. There are some here that I wanted us to answer live. So I see a question from several minutes ago from an anonymous attendee. Question to the Nexford alumni: what tools did you use to help improve your learning experience aside from what's on the learning management system? Because I think I struggle with online courses, Udemy to be precise. So this is a question precisely for Nexford alumni. I think it can apply to Yusuf as well. So Yusuf and Christian, if you've got any advice on this.
Yeah, it's very good question. I think the tools I use to help improve my learning experience is simple tools. I think use all the uh all the facilities that already been in campus, like a calendar, the notification, and you better have to make some to-do list because as I already told before, our challenge to get the online learning experience is a procrastination. I think that is the main challenge. So the tools is very simple, but I think I want to share about some point, man. I want to share tips and trick for the aspiring learner. First, we need to set a clear goals, and before we need to choose the right program, and we need to be prepared for the challenge. Yeah, because we need to understand that there will be challenge along the way. So I think the next point is we need to embrace a growth mindset and be open to learning new things. Yeah, sometimes we forget that online learning is different with offline learning, of course. But stay focused. I usually use the Pomodoro technique. So if I already set aside 1 until 2 hours for my learning session in every day after my working hour, I will break after 40 minutes because in the Pomodoro technique, it's already been told that people only can be focused only maximum for 40 minutes. So there is some tools that you can also use is I think in online you can find it the tools online, because it's very useful for us to know how when we need to start and when we need to break, because to stay commitment we need also break sometimes. So I when I aside my 1 or 2 until 4 hour, I usually break, and I set alert for using Pomodoro technique. I hope my question it will be helpful. Thank you, May.
Thank you so much for sharing, Yusuf. I hope that helped answer the question from the anonymous attendee. Please feel free, Christian, also if you have any suggestions, on this question as well.
Yeah. With regards to tools that can really help learners, there are several of them. MyBib.com is very good for your referencing. Nexford University goes with part 7 guidelines. So MyBib.com, you set it to part 7, and it can help with your referencing and your in-text citation, very important. Then Site.ai can also help with scholarly articles. You don't just cite anyhow articles that are not scholarly. So with Site.ai, you have a lot of scholarly articles you can really work with. And of course, we also have Grammarly and Quillbot. Their premium services can help you with paraphrasing to also check plagiarism. Nexford University frowns seriously against plagiarism. It's against the policy, and academic dishonesty is not allowed. So you have to be very careful. Don't copy and paste. Do your work. Then when you have done your work, you can now use some of these tools to paraphrase. The tools are not supposed to be the first thing you use to copy your work. So you already have everything in your brain, you do your work, then the tools can help you to paraphrase, to check against plagiarism. This is very important. And Nexford University also frown against non-sensible use of AI. We are in the world of AI. AI can give you an outline, and that outline can help you, guide you. You cannot develop it. But you copying the assignment and running it through AI, then you now copy back. All the lecturers today, they have AI dictating tools. Once they dictate that your work is AI, they give you 0, and that is an F, and you can be asked to receipt. So you don't want to be caught nabbing. You don't want to be caught as an offender. And once you receive twice, the next you might be asked to withdraw. So you have to be very careful. Ensure you do your work. If you need assistance, be free to contact the Sussex team. Have mentors. Be active in the study group. All of this will help you. I can't wait to celebrate you. I'm rooting for your success. So come on board. Thank you so much.
Amazing. Thanks for the inspiring words and the encouragement. Thanks a lot, Christian. Yeah, I can see Yusuf also dropped in with a link there. Very useful. I think the last question here I see pending in the Q&A from David Chima is, do we only get to reach out to our professors via Microsoft Teams only? So Dr. Michael, maybe you can provide some advice for this one.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think I was able to mention this earlier. So there are multiple platforms where you could reach out to your professor. Number one is the inbox menu on your Canvas. So you could simply navigate through inbox like what Mai actually demoed earlier. So you could search for the name of your professor and send your message. And then, yeah, second would be your Microsoft team. So you could send them a chat. And another thing, the one-on-one session would also be done through Microsoft Teams. It means that once you book a session on your professor's calendar, the link on the meeting for Teams would be sent to the email that you place on your booking. And also, if your professors would be giving you their email, definitely you would be able to reach out to them on those different platforms.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Michael. I know we ran way over here. I do appreciate, the 29 attendees still on the call with us. I hope we've answered all of your questions. I know we've answered a couple in the background. If you have any additional questions, you'll see that I dropped in the webinar chat also some step-by-step information for anybody who has yet to start their application process or their enrollment process, and they don't know where to begin. So important thing is to choose a program and understand the admission requirements for that, and then anybody can start their application anytime. The great thing is that you can go into the application portal on our website, save your progress and exit. If you're not ready to complete the application, you can go back and continue where you left off. So there is a one-time $25 application fee, and you can receive your application decision within 1 to 7 business days. Often it takes 1 to 2 days, maybe even a same-day decision if your application is very clear. So what I mean by clear is that you meet the admission requirements, your names match on your documents, nothing is, invalid, or form of identification isn't expired, or so on. So all of which you can learn more about on our website and through the links that I've shared also in the webinar chat. And finally, I shared a link to a PDF document that you can download that takes you also through the application and enrollment process. It has pictures, it has text, it has, very clear guidance through the application and enrollment to ensure that you have a successful application. It's great to have at hand once you've started your application and are trying to apply or enroll online. Just keep that with you, and it's truly going to help you with your application or enrollment process. If still you need further assistance, like my teammate in the background just shared, that is our WhatsApp number, that is our email inbox, help@nexford.org, where you can send us any questions that you have, and then we can even get you in touch with a Nexford application specialist who can call you and assist you further. So there's a ton of help, a ton of support. Everybody knows hopefully where to reach us. We'll be more than excited to have everybody join us in the upcoming intake on August 1. But again, you can always join in the following intake if you're not ready yet. And I do hope that you enjoyed this Nexford Virtual Tour today, and that you got some, great insights from Dr. Michael as well as Yusuf and Christian. And I thank you, Dr. Michael, Christian, and Yusuf, for taking the time today to join me on this Nexford Virtual Tour. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And thank you so much again for your insights. So I hope everybody has a great day or a great evening or afternoon. And thank you. Thank you so much again for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Mai. Thank you, Dr. Michael
Thank you so
Rodriguez. Thank
much.
you, Yusuf. I'm
Thank
so
you,
excited
Christian.
meeting
Thank
every
you,
one of
Dr.
you.
Michael.
And thank you, our learners and prospective learners. We can't wait to see you on board. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone. Bye,
Thanks,
everyone.
bye.
Bye.